All right, guys, it's weaving time, and we're going to do a certain kind of weaving called finger weaving. I like to do this kind of weaving because it's one of the easiest things to do, and it's one of the cheapest things to do. So the only things that you need are what you see right here on the screen. You see a bobbin of some yarn and some scissors and your fingers. That's all you need. I'm going to set the scissors off to the side and go ahead and take your yarn and kind of unwind it a little bit from your bobbin. You can kind of set that off to the side a little bit. What we are going to be doing with this is weaving this together to make kind of like a braid. It's a little bit thicker than a braid. This is what it's going to end up looking like. And this is just our practice one. So don't be too worried if it's not perfect or anything like that. This is just for practice today. So this is our goal today. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what you can do with this. We could just leave it as it is, but that's no fun. We want to be able to do something with it. You could tie the ends together and make a nice little bracelet, and it's kind of stretchy too, so you can kind of measure to see how big it needs to be. You can tie it a little bit looser, and you can make a necklace with it. I can also show you how to take some of your yarn and wind up and make a little puff ball. You can tie that to the end of it, and that makes a really nice little bookmark that you could use as well. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get started. Remember, this is just practice, so no worries. We're going to go over it until we get it right. All right, so you're going to take the end of your yarn. You're going to lay it in the palm of your hand, and you're going to take your thumb and put it over the top to hold it in place. You're going to spread apart your fingers. Notice that little piece of yarn is going behind my index finger here. I'm going to take that piece of yarn and I'm going to go behind it. So under, over, under, over. And I'm going to wrap it around my pinky, and I'm going to go over my ring, under, over. And I'm going to do it again. Under, over, under, over. And then under, over, under, over. And now I'm going to wrap it around, but this time I'm not going to go over. I'm just going to pull it through and hold it with my thumb, just like that. Now, if you notice, it's a little tangled up here, but not really. You can see that there are two strings going over your fingers now. This is where the weaving comes in. We're going to take the bottom string, the one that's closest to your palm. We're going to carefully lift it up, and we're going to go over the other string and go over the end of your finger and let it go. Here's the bottom one here. Lift it up over, let it go. This one's a little bit tougher because it's way down here and it's attached to the tail. We're going to have to bend our middle finger, put that under it. There you go. And then here's the bottom one here. Lift it up and over, let it go. Now, remember that tail? Here's the tail. I'm going to pull that loose and still hold on to the other one. Here's the tail, and I'm going to pull it behind my fingers, and that's going to kind of make just a little bit of a knot to keep it from coming undone. All right, now we're ready to do some weaving. That was just the starter, okay? Now we're ready to continue on. So we're in between the index and the middle finger. We're going to go over the middle, under the ring, over the pinky and around, over the ring, under the middle, and around the index, and we're going to pull it through just like we did before. And you notice we have two strings on all your fingers. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take that bottom one, go up and over, let it go. Bottom, up and over, bottom, up and over. And then we're going to give that little tail a pull at the end. That's going to tie it even more. It's not really doing a whole lot yet, but that's okay. We're going to do it again. See, we're in the same spot we just were. Over the middle, under the ring, around the pinky, over the ring, under the middle, and around the index, and pull it through and hold it. Got our two. We're going to pull it up and over, pull it up and over, up and over, up and over, and again, give it a little pull. Now you notice how our strings are kind of getting close to the end. If you need to, push them back down a little bit. If one comes off like that, just try not to pull anything or panic. Just take that loop and stick it back on there. No harm, no foul. Okay? Now, if you're just completely messed up, you have no idea what to do, I want you to not worry, stop, think, Mrs. Scene's going to get me through this, okay? Let's say we messed up. Watch out. Oh no, it's not the end of the world. Watch this. Take it off. Pull it, pull until it all comes apart again, okay? So if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. No big deal, okay? I'm going to pause this, and we're going to rewatch that first part if you need it. If not, keep on weaving.